So I have a story, an experience that happened to me when I was 6th grade, so 12, 13, and I had never talked about this experience really because what happened just genuinely frightens me. I've thought about it, but I haven't spoken of it. And I think that I must have, I don't know, entered a parallel dimension, a glitch in the simulation. I don't know what happened, but what did happen has no explanation. It's not out of the question to call it some sort of glitch, some sort of just break in the timeline or interdimensional experience. I don't know. So this is what happened. I was 12. I was on a vacation with one of my best friends at the time in Maryland. And we were in the car on a really long drive, like the longest drive I had ever been on at that age. And I have a very weak stomach. I puke all the time. My friends call me the resident puker because I am always puking, always nauseous. I get motion sick really easily, car sick very easily. So I was in the car with my best friend and her two parents. Her parents were up front, her dad was driving. I was in the back seat with her. We'd been in the car for a while and I started to feel terrible. Like I knew I was gonna throw up. And I was too scared and shy to say anything to her parents, so I started telling my friend and she didn't do anything. She just wanted to sleep. So she fell asleep. And I'm sitting there completely nauseous and scared and shy, not knowing what to do. No one was talking. And this is where the story gets weird. So we're driving along. I'm feeling increasingly nauseous. I don't ask to pull over. Maybe I should have asked. I puke on the floor. And no one notices. When you puke, you make a lot of noise. There's the noise of the vomit, there's the noise of like the retching, the puking. It's a noisy activity to puke. And no one noticed. My friend stayed asleep. Her parents didn't know. They didn't know that I puked behind where they were sitting on the floor. So I sat up. I felt much better. I looked at the puddle on the floor near my seat. I curled my feet into the corner of the floor as far away from where I had vomited as possible. It smelled and no one noticed anything. No one knew. I sat there and I waited for someone to turn around or to pull over or to say something, and no one did. And I said, I felt kind of funny, like my ears were blocked, I felt sick, I just puked, and I said out loud, I remember, I said out loud, I said, I just puked, and nothing. No one turned around, my friend didn't wake up, her parents didn't say anything. Didn't look at me, didn't acknowledge it, didn't speak. I just waited for a response and none came. So we got to our destination and my friend woke up and I said, hey, I puked on the floor of this rental car. And she was like, oh. So I wiped it up with something that was just in the back seat, barely, and then we went on our way out of the car and the stain was there, and when we returned the rental car, and no one ever knew that it happened, and I'm just, to this day, it just baffles me that no one noticed. And they didn't even hear me or respond to me telling them that I puked. So I don't know what happened in that moment, but there's no way that someone would not notice the sound, the smell, the actual vomit, me telling them that I puked. There's just no way that someone would not see one of the signs. So I don't know what happened in those few minutes, but what I'm thinking, it had to be something out of the ordinary, because that just doesn't happen. Like, some other force had to be acting on that situation. It's hard to believe that something strange wasn't going on in those few minutes, unless they just genuinely ignored that their daughter's best friend, who's 12 years old, got sick in the back of their rental car. So even if they didn't care about me, wouldn't they care that they would have to pay when they returned it to clean it up? I don't know. So, hope you enjoyed my story time. I doubt anyone else has an experience like this one, but I would love to know opinions on what people think might have happened in those few unfortunate minutes. From your resident puker, have a good day. Like, subscribe. That was me puking.